context is a much more vibrant and much more dynamic environment. At Adobe, as the backbone of the customer experience management solution, we think that the context is the core of where we store all the information about the user, and this is a very volatile concept. Now, the more static part of that go into the profile. One of the key aspects of customer experience management is the context of a user that the user is in, and obviously one particular aspect of that, one dimension of the context is the user profile. The context is an aggregation of various different sources, and it's not just sources of information, it's sources of intelligence as well. So it's really tying together all the information that we have about the user, and we call this the context cloud, where profile is a part of it, and information that we have from your CRM system, information that we pull in from let's say your IP address, geolocation, whatever it may be, right? That we tie together. But it's also analytics that helps us reason with that, and for example, take information that we have in the context and create new information based on that. Now, the context itself is something that does not have to live in infrastructure. It very often lives just within the scope of that client until parts of it are being reused by another interaction. But it's very important that not all the information in the context has to be persisted on a server, and even doesn't have to leave the client's environment. So also from a privacy standpoint, this is something that may never leave your customer's computer or phone or whatever it is, and that makes it a lot easier to deal with from a privacy standpoint. It's really important that you have this piece of infrastructure, that you have the context cloud that really helps you assemble that, helps you visualize that, and helps you also simulate that. Keep in mind, there are still people that are creating these experiences, right? They need to know what is this going to look like for a user with this and that and the other context, right? And that's the important piece, that the context cannot be something intangible. It has to be something that you can bring up, that you can simulate with, that you can play with, and that you can see what your experience is going to be like to support the people creating those experiences.